Hello TGN Games, my name is DeadlySlob. Some of you guys may know me from my World of Warcraft videos or my personal channel at youtube.com/DeadlySlob. So you want to learn how to play DayZ, you've come to the right place. I've been a dedicated DayZ player for the past 3 months and I'm going to share my tips and tricks to help better excel your experience in this open world zombie apocalypse. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys the basics of the graphical user interface and the inventory system, so let's get started. In order to survive, you must find food, water, and medical supplies. You can check the status of these vitals in the bottom right corner of the screen. Temperature is currently not functioning as of 1.7.2.5, but in the future, if you spend a lot of time out in the rain, you'll need to keep warm with heat packs that you can find around the world. For water, you can simply find a soda or a bottle of water around the world, and that will replenish that vital sign. For your blood, it's going to be a little bit more tricky, and we'll talk about that in another video. And for your food, you're actually going to be able to just eat a can of beans or find a cooked piece of meat, and that will replenish that as well. Pretty basic stuff. If you're struggling to find any supplies, I have some videos on my personal channel already, but if you'd like to wait, I'm going to be making some newer guides for TGN Games. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. Now in the top right is your debug monitor. This keeps track on how many players you've killed, zombies, how many headshots you have, your humanity, and your most important vital sign, your blood level. Like I said earlier, I'm going to be talking about blood in another video. Just below the debug monitor, you also have the amount of sound that you're generating and how visible you are to zombies. So if your sight is all the way up 5 bars, you know that if you are close to zombies, they're probably going to see you, as well as the hearing is the same thing. Running on roads significantly increases both of these signs, while crouch running through forests and things like that significantly reduce them. As well as at nighttime, your sight is pretty much virtually zero, but zombies can still hear you. So keep in mind of how much noise you're making in terms of zombies. This doesn't show how visible you are to other players, so don't really think about that. And last but not least, whenever you first spawn into the game, in the lower right hand corner, it will tell you your location on the map. And this is a crucial navigational tool, especially if you're new to the game. And I'm going to be making a separate video as well on that, to go in detail on how to actually navigate through the massive world of DayZ. Now you know about the graphical user interface, we're going to be talking about the inventory. To open it, press G. As you can see, we have 1 primary weapon slot, 12 inventory slots, 1 secondary weapon slot, 8 side slots, 12 equipment slots, 2 sight slots, and 1 backpack slot. Now I know it seems confusing, but bear with me, I'm going to be breaking each of these item slots down to help better explain them for you. So let's get started. What's the difference between side slots and inventory slots? Side slots hold sidearm ammunition, M203 shells, and bandages. Inventory slots can hold food, water, medical supplies, primary ammunition, and industrial parts. So you can't, have an AK-47 and keep AK rounds in your sidearm slots. It just doesn't make sense. However, if you find an M16, M203, and you want to use a high explosive round, you can store those in your side slots. Just think of it like your kind of like ammunition belt for your sidearm, and that's pretty much what you can hold. You can also hold bandages, so usually you'll see people hold maybe 4 rounds of sidearm ammunition and then 4 bandages. Guys, I can't stress this enough, bandages are very important, so pick them up, and don't worry if you have too many, especially if you're new at this game. You don't want to be bleeding out. Equipment slots hold your tools and navigational equipment like maps, compasses, your hatchet, flashlight, matches, etc. But you'll probably never have that full. Just because I don't even think there's enough equipment in the game to actually fill up that slot, because you can only have 1 of each equipment pieces, and you have 12 slots. So I've never actually been full on equipment before, and I've been playing this game for 3 months. So if you see a compass, a map, a hatchet, pick those things up, because you know for a fact that you'll be able to hold all of them. Now you have your sight slots, which can hold rangefinders, binoculars, and night vision goggles. That's it. You can have night vision goggles and binoculars, or rangefinder and night vision goggles. I actually think you can even have 2 binoculars if you want. But make note, if you have binoculars and rangefinder, sometimes they can glitch out a little bit and you won't be able to use your rangefinder. So if that happens, drop your binoculars and just use the rangefinder. But basically, that's it. It's very basic for the sight slots. You also have a backpack. When you wake up on the shore, you have a coyote patrol pack that can hold up to 8 items. It doesn't matter what they are, you can put ammo for your primary, your sidearm, bandages, industrial equipment, and sometimes, if you have a big enough backpack, a gun. To move items between your inventory and your backpack, press the open backpack while in your inventory screen. Pressing the left arrow will put items into your pack, while pressing the right arrow will return them to your main inventory page. See, it's not that difficult. But be warned, don't try to overpack your backpack. As of patch 1.7.2.5, if you try to put a weapon inside your Coyote Patrol pack that only has 8 weapon slots, it will destroy the gun because guns in this game take up 10 slots in your backpack. So if you just start that game and you find an AK and an M24 sniper rifle and you're wondering, hey, I put my sniper rifle in my backpack, where the hell did it go? Now you know. So unfortunately, it happened to a lot of people, and I wish I would have had something like this to watch whenever I first started the game, because I destroyed a lot of pieces of equipment from this little glitch. Now let's say you have 2 primary weapons, one's in your backpack and one's in your main inventory, and you want to switch to your sniper rifle in your backpack. All you have to do is open up your inventory. Make sure you're not looking at a zombie or you're not in a tent or a vehicle, because that can screw it up sometimes. So make sure that you're just standing still, press G, open up your backpack, and to switch between the 2 guns, all you have to do is click on that sniper rifle in your backpack and hit the right arrow. That will move it over to your inventory and switch out the other gun into your backpack. Even in this stage in the game, it will bring over the ammunition as well. That's actually something that's new, and you used to have to do it manually, which is a pain in the ass. But now it's pretty easy to switch between 2 primary weapons, and I may make a separate video down the road explaining that just whenever I actually do have something to show you guys when I have 2 primaries. But other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. Now you know how the inventory system works in DayZ, you know how to monitor your vital signs, and now it's time to get out there and start looting some buildings, killing some zombies, and hunting some players. So I hope you guys enjoyed this small little informative video. If you really liked it, hit favorite. If you want to ask questions, type in the comment section below, because I'll get back to all of them. And make sure that if this is your first video on TGN Games, you hit that subscribe button and tell your friends. And if you're interested in more DeadlySlob, I have my own channel that I make over... Right now I have over 40 videos about DayZ, and if you want to watch some of those, my link to my channel will be in the description box below, so make sure you go check that out as well if you're bored. And also let me know if this guide helped you at all, or if you want to make any recommendations to my video design. I always want to become a better editor, and I do that with your feedback. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. I've talked enough for one day, don't you think? So I'll see you guys next video.